Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High and His only begotten Son, Kahalayim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone who rule well, while Barakatham to the hopeful elect. Alright, now today's going to be a quick lesson jumping into these two news break articles that popped up on the phone. Happened to wake up and just see them. Alright, and they're real straight to the point and really showing the time we're in, man. All right, we're almost to the time where they're going to be enforcing that stabbing jab, man. They're slowly getting to that point. You have certain jobs that have it where the people who've gotten the stabbing jab, they now don't have to wear no cover their face. And also, some of them may get a little, what's the word? They may get some type of way to show that they have it and stuff, so people won't bother them about anything. And it's Yappa because the Lord even showed me a little vision where in my plantation they were putting a big ass sticker on anybody who didn't take it, and the ones who did, it was good, but it was basically putting a target on the ones who didn't receive it. And that could very easily happen. We're almost getting close to that time. Revelation, the 2nd chapter, 2 verse 10. Esau coming down on people for not receiving it. But ultimately, we know that the main time that's going to happen is when the RFID microchip is implemented. But we know we're getting closer and closer to that. That's going to be that main way they identify that you took the stabbing jab. All right. But you see these two articles right here. I'm going to go ahead and start with the first one. The school one. But we already know that basically, Revelation 2:10 says, "For those things thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison." All right, because it's gonna happen. We're gonna go through that tribulation. All right, hey, guess what? The elect, they're gonna have to suffer for the gospel's sake, for Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Roughly paraphrasing, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You're gonna have to go through suffering, as that scripture goes into, and that's why it's gonna be pilgrimage. It says in the evil day, be pilgrims upon earth. We're gonna have to do that because it's gonna be to the point where Esau is gonna thought he pushed his new world order. And we're not a part of the society, this system they want to go through. So we're going to have to suffer for that. And we're getting close to that time period. So we got to get real rooted in the faith. But it says CDC and doctors call for masks in schools. Will states follow guidelines? It says, amid mounting Crown Royale transmission before children return to classrooms, the Centers for Disease Control Prevention called Tuesday for coverings in schools among students and teachers to protect children who aren't stabbing jabbed. The more aggressive transmission of that Crown Royale is worrisome and prompted the tougher masking guidelines. It says, and Rochelle Walensky, director CDC, the guidance for the major change from the CDC's recommendation this month is that stabbing jab student staff need not to cover up. All right. So we see that's happening. Now let's go right here. And we know that new the new what is out. The new Crown Royale thing is out. So that could very easily lead into another lockdown happening. Them locking this thing down because they're gonna make this thing mandatory. Whether you want to receive it or not, they're gonna make it mandatory. This is the way they're pushing forth their new world order. Esau Edom. All right, they're creating issues so to push forth their agenda. You know, because there's much worse things than, the Crown 19, the C9. You know what we're talking about. But this is what they're using to push forth their agenda. You know, a very low death rate. You know what? They ain't gonna say too much because they got the algorithms and stuff. But it says DOJ declares stab and jab mandates legal. It says VA, California, NYC require some or employees to stab and jab or at least be receive a test date weekly. Certain jobs. All right, that shows that we're close. We're very close for them making that thing personal. I mean, making it mandatory. Where you ain't gonna be able to do anything. It says Revelation 13:16. All right, and 17. All right, and it's ultimately gonna be Revelation 13:17. That no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark, that charagma. All right, that graven. All right, that imprint on that. Guess what? And then you go into the root word of charagma, that pale or stake, which is the RFID microchip. All right, a physical mark. If you don't have that thing, you're not going to be able to do anything in this society. You already see other areas that already have it out. You see videos of them having a chip, scanning in to make purchases or to get inside buildings and stuff. They have it in different parts of the world, and it's ultimately gonna be the main thing that they're gonna use worldwide. But Esau is dealing with gradualism. They're not just gonna just automatically just push it. They're building it up to that point. It says federal law does not prohibit public agencies and private businesses from acquiring the stab and jab that are under emergency authorization. The Department of Justice concluded an option. 3 major governments, the United States Department of Veterans Affairs, California, and New York City, said Monday they'll require some of their employees to stab and jab or, get a test. Stab and jab are still awaiting full approval for the Food and Drug Administration. Then you see this one. Biden announced stab and jab requirements across federal government. Stab and jab mandates federal. All right. So it's gonna be made. It's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen. We're very close. So you got to get right in the faith, and seek Yahweh Shem Shah while he may be found. All right, serve the Lord and fear Him. All right, and humble yourself down because you're gonna need Him in these times we're going to. Especially if you're choosing to walk after righteousness and you're choosing not to bow down to Esau Edom, you're gonna need the Yahweh Shem Shah, which ultimately is controlling everything anyway. But you're gonna need His help to call to run to, in these times going into. So build that relationship. But anyways, Lord will, this was edifying. I'm going to end it off by saying, call Allah Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakwadash. Next time, Shalom.